5, or if I'm walking on Pierpoint, Somerset, whatever, I always talk to young people and what have you. This is what you got to do. You got to be out there. We have a good councilman, Kevin Conwell. He's a good councilman for Ward 9. He's always talking to young people. We got Jeff Johnson in his ward. He's always talking to young people while he's out in the ward. These are the things you do that can de-intensify the relationship between the police and the community.
You know what's the worst thing that while I was in uniform that I heard?
What's that?
Hey, you better behave yourself, because if you don't, I'm going to have him arrest you.
Parent talking to a child?
Parent talking to a child. Or an adult talking to a child. Every time I heard it, and I heard it frequently, I would instantaneously go, excuse me, that is the last thing you want to tell your child. I want your child to come to me if there's a problem. I don't want your child to fear me. Okay? I want your child to understand that when he comes to me or she comes to me, they're going to be safe. They're going to get help. They're going to get what they need. Okay? So that's where I've always said, and we have many conversations at the cigar shop, and I've always said this, and I stick to it 110%. It is a community problem. It's not a law enforcement problem. It's a community problem. If you make me out to be the bad guy when the child is 2, 3, 4 years old, and the child never experienced me as a good guy, when the child is 12, 13, 14, 15 years old, 18 years old, I'm still the bad guy. And they're still not going to want to deal with me. They're still not going to want to come and talk to me. They're still not going to want to seek my help. They'd rather get the help from their friends than from me.
And Major, this is obviously good words that the leadership in the community can help push down to the younger members.
It is, but let's be realistic. It's not just those words being said by parents is just not from the inner city. All parents say this. Now, my mother and father, when they were alive, they never said that to me. Never at all. Okay, and that's just me.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Did your parents have the talk with you? That everybody talks about in the black community? The talk of when you're approached by the police, this is how you better act?
No, they never did.
Why do I hear that?
Because in today's, with what's happening today, parents are fearful for their child. Parents are fearful for their child when their child jumps in their car and say, "Hey, Mom, Dad, I'm going out to a party, or I'm going to the movies, or I'm going someplace." They make they make that conversation. When my kids were growing up, and I'm out of the Army, retired, 2 sons, I had to admit I had to make that talk to my kids.
Right.
I had to do that. I had 2 sons.
Right.
I had to tell them, this is what you don't do. I've always told them, respect the police. Always respect the police. Show respect. Even if you don't get respect, show respect.
Right.
Just don't do anything stupid. You don't do anything stupid. Now,
right.
I also told my sons, if you're driving in my car and you speeding and you come home with a speeding ticket, I'm going to whip your butt. I'm not going to drive the car anymore. It's simple as that. So you either, that was it.
Another talk that you have to have with your kids.
That's another talk you got to have.
Right.
You don't go, most policemen, if you get pulled over for speeding and what have you, and I told them, I said, if you get pulled over for speeding, you tell the policeman, yep, I was speeding. Sorry, officer, I was speeding. Yep, I understand the reason why. Oh, I know why you pulled me over. Most policemen would turn around and say, slow down.
Right.
Let me see your license. They go and check, come back and say, slow down. That's it. Go away. Just slow down. But no, I wasn't speeding. Okay, I just clocked you going 55 into 35.
if you escalate it, they're going to have to escalate.
Oh, of course. So
Right.
you don't lie. And I've always told my two sons, you never lie to a policeman. Just
Right.
don't lie to them. You know?
Well, I got to tell you something. This is probably one of the best dialogues I've heard about community and policing, and the fact that it's happening here in Cleveland, the fact that it's happening in a major urban area, the fact that we've got leaders such as yourself, Major, and we have the insight of great police officers like yourself, Detective Torres. This is truly a dialogue that needs to happen. That's why I wanted to do this segment. This has been fantastic. Major Edward, thank you very much for everything.
You're welcome.
Detective Torres, thank you very much
Thank
for
you
joining
both
us.
for your service.
Absolutely. Thank you all both for your service. And oh, by the way, Admiral Ken, you got to admit, this is why we do this.
Absolutely.
Hey, listen, we're going to be continuing our coverage here live from the Republican National Convention. Stay tuned for other segments like this. We're not going to have a show, obviously, tomorrow because Admiral Ken and I are in Cleveland. So, on behalf of Admiral Ken and myself, we'll be broadcasting live from the Republican National Convention as the things get kicked off here. But stay tuned during the week for other interview segments on Backroom Politics. And again, thanks to everybody from Cousins Cigars for allowing us to do this. Go buy your cigars at Cleveland Cousins Cigars right here on St. Clair. Thanks a lot, America.